Hi. Okay, so today I am going to be ranking all 36, 35 seasons of Survivor. I am a huge, gigantic Survivor fan. It's my favorite show ever. I am a super fan. I know everything about it, basically. I mean, I can name all the seasons, I can name all the winners, I can name all the runner-ups. There's probably some pre-merge people that I can't name, but other than that, I can name, like, most seasons' boot list in order. For example, I just love the show. I love making my own versions of the show. I like analyzing the strategy and the dynamics and stuff. Yeah, I'm obsessed with Survivor. I remember I used to, at lunch, I would, like, ignore my friends, and I would buy, like, a popsicle, and I would, like, sit in the middle of the cafeteria alone and just think about Survivor, because it was great. It looked kinda sad, but I liked it, so I'll just be ranking the seasons, I guess. Number 36, Survivor Fans vs. Favorites 2, Caramoan, Season 26. I think this is probably an unpopular opinion. I think most people don't see it as, like, a good season, but they wouldn't a lot of people like it, actually, but most people see it as sort of like an underrated thing, possibly, but other than that, no. The reason I don't like it, I mean, I could run through, like, episode by episode, but for me, it's just, overall, it's very confusing editing. I think it's one of those seasons, for some reason, maybe it's just my memory, it has fuzzy editing. Like, I feel like I don't know the people, I don't know the dynamics, I don't know who's allied with who, I don't really understand the meaning of each boot. It's sort of like, okay, we'll give you time if you're the winner and if you're the person that's going home. And they don't really explain why. It's just weird to me. And in this season, it was very, very confusing because there was like there was like two alliances. One was like what was it? Something RS. I don't remember. Because it was just eh, with like Philip and stuff. But then like Corinne was like, no. But like the first boot episode, I think, is very confusing to me because it's like, let's get rid of Francesca, let's get rid of Andrea, and I don't really understand it. Like the only really alliance that I got in that season was Dawn and Cochran. And other than that, it just seemed like people were just, like, picking names out of a hat and trying to get excuses to, like, vote those people out. And then the fans were just stupid. I mean, I don't care if you lose every single challenge. Like, you can't, like, get rid of your numbers just because this guy is, like, good at challenges. Like, I think they were kind of overestimating him in a way. Like, they didn't really need him. Like, sure, they would have lost, but, like, you know, your fans, you know, they, like, have tribe swaps every, like, 2 seconds most of the time. But I guess that was before that. But you'd know that there would probably be a tribe swap, or at least, like, a merge at 12, so just get rid of Reynolds, get rid of Eddie. I didn't fully understand it. And then they got rid of, like, Laura or whatever, because she was bad at challenges, but she was loyal to them, and that would have been good for them. I feel like Sherry was, like, a cool leader at the first part of the season. Like, she just seemed like she was the dominant person in the fans tribe that was trying to get all the people together to get out, like, the young, popular people. And the young, popular people were stupid. In that first episode, they were like,
Yeah, let's make a 4-person minority alliance and just not let anyone else in because we're the cool kids. What are they gonna do? Vote us out? Like,
did they not know math? Like, what did they expect? Why were they so shocked? And then it, like, switched, and it was just weird, confusing season to me that didn't really have any good moments. All of the good moments were, like, kind of, like, weird and had sort of a sad undertone, like, you know, Dawn versus Brenda, and then, like, Brandon freaking out and going insane. And then the finale was weird, and they had, like, an 8-person jury for some reason. They just wouldn't let Corinne on jury, even though she would have been great. And I don't really understand the merge. Like, once they got to the merge, it was like, Dawn and Cochran teamed up with Sherry, but they also had Andrea and Brenda with them. And it was sort of like everyone against Malcolm, Reynolds, and Eddie, and Corinne, and Michael. I understood that there was an alliance, but I didn't understand if there was like a certain hierarchy to that alliance. It was sort of just like no one, the editing didn't seem to focus like down the line. So it was sort of just, it was weird. It was weird to me. And then why did they get rid of Brenda instead of Eddie? I don't remember. I don't, what? Okay, so that's why the season gets to 2036, the last one. And then number 35, season 5, Thailand. This is notorious for being like the first really, really bad season. No one, it wasn't good. I tried to get all my family into Survivor, and it took like 2 years, and my mom finally got into it. And I just told her to skip this season because it just had no impact on anything ever. Like, Sheehan was cool, but like, that was it. Also had like negative undertones for every dramatic thing that happened, like that whole like Ted possibly touching Gandia thing, and then like it was just awkward, and it was sort of just like consistent annihilation with Brian like tricking all like the people into voting with him, and then he still almost lost even though he told everyone that the Clay was a racist, so they pretty much wanted a racist to win against him. There wasn't anything interesting happening. It's just a pagonging, and then, okay, let's get rid of this person because they're like sick. Oh, let's get rid of. I did like the first boot because he was apparently like a raging homophobe. Like he said something, and then like Colton said something about it, which is weird because you wouldn't think Colton would be a hero in any situation, but it was funny. Brian is the most unlikable winner ever. Didn't he like shoot a dog with a crossbow? I don't know if the dog died. I hope the dog didn't die. I don't care when people die, but when like pets die, that's sad. Our job as humans is to take care of cute animals. That is our job. That is the meaning of our life. Okay, number 34, we have season 22, Redemption Island. Most people would probably put this as last. It wasn't a good season. The main reason I hate it, like, compared to most people hate it because, like, Rob was obviously, like, demolishing everyone. But the main reason I hate it is Natalie Tenorelli. I've never seen a dumber person in my life. Like, she just let her brain be completely controlled by Rob. There is no one that has been a more useless sheep than her. She's just a sad person. I hate her. Honestly, if I was on that jury, I would have voted for Philip. He sucked, but he would have been a perfect winner for that season because it sucked so much. Just to piss off Jeff Probst. Number 33, we have season 8, All Stars. They had like the best cast ever. Everyone was great. It was just the most disappointing thing. It was sort of like there's no one that can be the first boot because I want everyone to win because they're so great. And then it was just sort of a waste of all these people. I mean, the pre-merge was just useless and boring, and I don't care. It was just sort of a gross season, but the whole Lex getting rid of Jerry thing was cool, but I love Jerry. Jerry's great. Like, Jerry has never seemed like a villain to me. Like, if anything, she's more heroic, because, like, if anything, she was too nice in Australia, but I'll get to that later. I did like how Rob lost, though. I would have voted for Amber if I was on that jury, too. I mean, it just speaks a lot to you have to have a good social game, and I think that's really, really important in Survivor, and people need to realize that, but a lot of people don't, and then they get second, like, a lot. Number 32 is season 22, Nicaragua. So Nicaragua, I think most people see it also as an underrated season like Caramoan, but I just didn't get it. Like, and it wasn't like Heroes versus Villains was so good that, like, Nicaragua just seemed bad in comparison, because I watched them weirdly out of order. Like, my first season was I'll say it once I get to it, but it was way past that. I did not watch in that order. So Nicaragua was just bad. Bad. The pre-merge was pretty useless. I didn't really understand. I did like how the homophobic guy went home, Shannon. That was funny. But I didn't understand any of the tribe dynamics. There was like, okay, so Jimmy Johnson, people liked him, but then they were like, no, we don't like him. There was no real view of hierarchy, I guess. Tons of people just didn't get edits at all. On the young people tribe, I don't know who liked who and who hated who. At the merge, they were like, oh, we hate Alina. Like, when did that happen? Who was allied with who? Like, they're, what? And then they were like, no, we don't like Brenda.
What?
It just didn't make sense to me. It was all sort of like a sudden turn. It was also like someone just like grabbed names out of a hat, and whoever got pulled got out that episode, and they had to like justify it in a really quick way. I just think they could have shown more alliances, more who was with who, because I did not understand it. I wasn't interested in any of the people. I didn't get it. What? Fabio is probably the worst winner of, not of all time anymore, but one of the worst winners. He had a jury speech that would make most people laugh, and he would have lost had Nyanka and Purple Kelly got out of jury. Oh, number 31 is season 24, One World. This was another just very bland season. Like, it had some good personalities, but like, Colton was interesting. Colton was an awful human being, obviously. Without Colton, One World would be awful. Like, it was already awful, but it would have been so much more awful. And I understood some of the dynamics and stuff, but it just was, There was a lot of, like, not for TV personalities, like Leaf. Why was he there? Like, Sabrina was interesting in, like, the first episode, and then they were just like, no, we're not gonna give her anything else. And then Chelsea was just there. Like, some people like her, but, like, she just sheeped Kim. And then Kim just, like, won easily. Like, everyone liked her. And she wasn't really made for TV either. I mean, I'd love to see her back because she was so good. She kind of just seems like a really hot baseball mom. There wasn't any competition. Number 30, Guatemala. Guatemala, season 11, is just irrelevant. No one really returned from it besides Stephanie, who already was there, you know, and isn't most well known for Guatemala. It was sort of just like you could delete it. There were so many pre-merge people that just had no personality. Nothing. Like, just nothing. Who? I could name like 2 pre-merge people, probably. What? I think it only really got good near the end. I mean, it wasn't a season that confused me a lot. Danny Winning kind of confused me because, like, how she got there, I guess, sort of like how they sort of let her slip by, but like against the jury, obviously, they're gonna vote Danny. I liked Rafe, but like if no one's gonna return from it and no one, you know, it's sort of ignored by Survivor history, so I don't care. Okay, hi. My video was like 20 minutes too long for my computer, so I'm gonna split it up into 2 parts. Get out.